to MMG-TV. I am Mel Chesnut, and thank you so much for joining in. Today's guest is very special to all of us. She is a jack of all trades. I'd like to welcome Puerto Rican drag queen superstar, professional makeup artist, and a fierce DJ producer, Nina Flowers.
Nina Flowers in the mix, baby. It's so hey.
Stroll down the runway, another payday.
I didn't won season 1 because I needed to be here to win All Stars.
You have made this competition so much better by being a part of it.
Loca! Loca! Loca!
Nina Flowers is a legend. I just love to look at Nina. She's like eye candy.
Bitches, we're making history.
The legendary Nina Flowers. A lot of legends have sashayed through the workroom doors over the years, but there's never one quite like Nina Flowers.
You were just painted out of your mind.
I started like around 5 o'clock in the morning.
Did you really?
Yes, girl.
Not only did this Latin queen have a unique 80s-inspired androgynous style, but over 15 years worth of drag experience made her a polished performer too. And to top it all, she never let all the talent go to her head.
I suck in this challenge. If I wouldn't have immunity, I would definitely would have been on the bottom too.
Her warm personality made her not only the first contestant voted onto the show by fans, but also the first Miss Congeniality. She was also the first main challenge winner and the first to make it to the finale without lip syncing. The only thing missing from this superstar is a crown.
And the winner of Miss Congeniality is Miss Nina Flowers. Hey, Nina.
Hi, Rue.
Are you gonna have time to put some time into your outfit?
I already steamed the dress.
And this is the dress you're talking about here?
Exactly, yeah.
Put the bass in your wall. Head to toe, let your whole body talk.
Give me something original, refreshing.
Nina Flowers is always refreshingly original.
Since the day I was born. After turning 25, I became Miss Puerto Rico Continental. That's when I decided I wanted a tattoo. All the people in the industry and the other queens were screaming at me, "You're crazy, what are you doing? You're ruining your career." Look at me now. I'm all covered in tattoos. And my career has never been better. Some people love them, some people hate them, but nobody ignores my tats.
Tonight's proceedings will begin with Mel Chesnut.
How are you?
I'm doing really good. I mean, I'm doing good within the circumstances, you know. Obviously, these are very difficult times for all of us, so I'm just trying to stay focused and sane. I think that's the right word to say it, you know. But I'm good. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, of course. We'd love to have you on here. You're one of the most important people in our industry. So,
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
what have you been doing to pass this time? Keep your mind from going crazy. You've been working in the studio or anything?
Well, to be honest, the first couple of weeks, it didn't really resonate with me because I guess I was enjoying the free time at home because I was like on a constant roller coaster traveling a lot. And all of a sudden being home really felt like amazing. It really felt nice because I really could kind of like be home and just enjoy being here without worrying where am I going to go next. So those first couple of weeks were like very calm for me. But then I
think maybe it started hitting me after week number 3 that, how all the stuff that was really going down, and how hard it was going to impact everyone. But I also think how hard it's impacting our industry, because even though when things get better, I think that we're probably going to be the ones that are going to suffer the longest, because I feel that people, after so much death and such tragedy, I think people are going to be for once broke, and on another aspect, everyone is going to be a little skeptical to be like in really big crowds and stuff like that. So I think that all that it's probably going to push things for us. So I've been, the reason why I'm explaining all this is because the first 2 weeks were like really cool, but then once all that reality started hitting in, it's been stressful. I've been then thinking about ways of trying to reinvent myself, and I mean, try to think of ways of trying to have some sort of income and try to move forward. It's a good thing I had some savings, but it's getting to that point where those savings are running out. So,
I'm getting a little nervous too.
I hear you. I mean, it's you always try to stay positive and think of happy ways to try to like move forward. But the reality is that this is such a tragic moment for humanity. All the lives that we've lost, and it's just scary. I mean, I only go out once a week now, and it's just to the grocery store, and that's about it. I try to go out as least as possible, but this has impacted us in every direction that we can possibly imagine, and it's so scary.
With you being in Denver, how is it there?
I will have to say that we have been impacted. We have been impacted, obviously, like everyone else. I was looking at the news, and they were saying in the news that we had around 10,000 cases. But when you really look at it and compare the situation with places like Miami or New York, I don't know exactly what the number has been in Miami, but I talked to a lot of friends there that says that, they have taken extreme measures to really keep people inside their houses. Is that true?
Yeah, we have a curfew that starts at midnight, from midnight to 5 a.m. And if they catch you out, they'll arrest you. Like Isaac's, last weekend when he did the stream with Cherry and Hydrate, and I went over and helped him set up, and Dan was there, and Dan was like, I have to get an Uber before midnight or they'll arrest me. And Isaac said they were actually out at his apartment arresting people, and they'll fine you $600.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I ended up having to stay the night there because I couldn't, my car was parked in the parking garage, and he's like, get whatever you have to get out of your car now, because if they catch you even walking to your car, and they'll question you, and then it's crazy. So they have, it's considered like the red zone. It's pretty bad in Fort Lauderdale, Broward County. It's
well, here we felt that impact. We felt the impact, and obviously people are not supposed to be out after 9 p.m. Obviously everything is closed like everywhere else. There's nothing working, no gyms, no banks, no movie theaters, all that stuff has been closed. The only thing that's basically open is the stuff that's related to food and the hospitals. And of course the liquor stores. You gotta have the liquor because somehow people have to stay happy or smiling. But I would have to say that like, to my surprise, it's kind of slowing down now, but to my surprise, every time I've gone out, I've seen a lot of traffic. So I've seen a lot of cars and people still kind of going from point A to point B. I haven't really felt that sense of that crazy sense of solitude where everybody's just like hiding. I haven't really experienced
definitely a ghost town. See, I live like 3 hours actually from Miami, and where I live is a little country town. We have one case here, and we have a Walmart and a Publix. That's all we have.
Oh
and
my God!
They're both open, but the small businesses are closed. But it's just like normal life here. And then when I drove to Miami, I was like, wow, the beach was empty. The streets were empty. It was scary. Like just your regular businesses, dry cleaners, everything is shut down.
I've seen images from New York City and from Times Square, people, a couple of videos and stuff. And that's the word to describe it. Scary.
Yeah. Like Lincoln Road, empty.
Wow.
Shopping, everything is just like a hello.
The echoes, right?
And then when I come back home, it's weird because it's like normal living here, and then when it's usually the opposite. It's usually like Miami is crazy, and and then this is weird because it's so quiet. It's the opposite right now.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I was how can I say this? I had to work. My last gig was right in the middle of the craziness, and it was in March. I think it was March 15 or 16. It was around there, right in the middle of March. I was scheduled to be in Dallas. That was the Bear weekend in Dallas, and I was playing there. For the guys that produce Ram, and we were concerned because we were already hearing that our government was like minimizing the amounts of people that could be in a gathering. And I mean, lucky for us in Dallas, the amount of people was 500 people. That's still a lot of people.
Yeah, that is.
But and that is the crazy part is that that was an event where we were expecting over 1,000 people to join the event, and the pre-sales was completely 500. So basically those were the guys that were able to come in and join us at the party. The party went on, and it was a really successful one. It was a great experience. Of course, we got a lot of backlash from the community and some folks that thought that we should have canceled the event. And Daddy Erson, who promotes, who's the promoter, the owner of that brand, he got and Blake Baker, they both got a lot of backlash for going on, just like the same thing that happened with unfortunately with Winter Party, that they got a lot of backlash. But then after that, I mean, all of a sudden, March was completely canceled. April was completely canceled. May is completely canceled. June is completely canceled. So far, I haven't heard from New York. New York Pride. I don't know what's happening with that, but I'm assuming that it's also going to be canceled.
There was an announcement online that it's been.
It's already been canceled.
Yeah,
so,
but I have Isaac has a booking in Nashville for Pride at the end of June, and the promoter texted me yesterday and said that their governor is going to open the city, and that might be the first circuit event, open.
Yeah.
At the end of June. So I said, "Oh, you got my hopes up."
Oh my God! All right, fingers crossed. I hope you get it. I hope you guys get it.
What do you think the first thing that you want to do whenever we are allowed to be out of captivity? Just what do you want to feel like you want to do? Not even so much as within your career, but just to
I just want
anywhere you want to go.
I want to be surrounded by people. I haven't really thought of where or when. I mean, I'm blessed and lucky that I'm not alone, that I have my husband Antonio, and we got the puppies, and he's working from home. So we've been together for almost 12 years, and this is actually the most that we have really spend like really quality time together, because we're all the time together, you know. So, but I am in desperately need of human contact. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know where I'm gonna go, but it has to be somewhere where there's like a lot of people, hopefully familiar faces.
And we get a human Kiki.
Yes, totally. But
Put that on him. He's good at that kind of stuff.
I definitely think I want to be exposed to a large crowd and kind of like feel that sense of community again, you know, people around you and say hi to people, talk to people, you know. That definitely it's crazy how much you have it at work, and sometimes you don't even realize how important it is, and all of a sudden you don't have it and you realize like, damn, like this is really like I really miss it.
Yes, I think it was a major reset button for all of us, but when we get it back, it's, you know, we're going to appreciate it a lot more.
You know that one of the things that I was telling Antonio that I think that is incredibly annoying, how horrible this crisis has been for humanity. But in the other hand, when you look at all the other stuff that it's happening, that the air is clear, the pollution has clear, the rivers are clear again, and animals are going back into the city without being fearless. The Venus, the water is like crystal clear. You can see the fish again. And the irony of it is like it's kind of like a lesson that we're getting from Mother Nature, from probably all the destruction that we have inflicted on planet Earth, and how, I mean, I don't know, that's just me, my reflection, you know.
100% with that.
And it's kind of sad, but it's the truth, you know. It's the truth.
Yeah, I definitely feel that it's, you know, it's something with the universe and like a reset, you know, like okay.
giving us a lesson, and
yeah,
like
of
course. Hopefully when this is over, I don't know, things will be better for everyone.
More calm. I feel like people are going to learn to just slow down, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Do you have any word of advice for your fans and for all of us out here?
Well, I mean, words of advice. I don't really think I have advice at the moment, but I do have probably, I can share what I've done to try to keep my spirits up. And I assume that somehow that maybe might help someone, but I've just tried to keep my mind really occupied with new projects, new music projects, and doing other stuff. I started playing with graphics and playing with editing videos, and I'm doing a lot of tutorials on things that I always thought that I wanted to learn, and I never really had the time to do it, or I was never put on that position where I would say like, okay, this is the time where I'm doing it. So I'm really taking this time to try to like flip it and use it as a positive outcome, other than just staying home and watch TV, you know. And I think that is something that's really positive that everyone should actually get into, because we don't know how long this is going to get. And the reality is that everyone is focusing on the damage that the crisis is bringing as far as their health, but it's also bringing a lot of damage in terms of emotionally and psychologically. You know, a lot of people are really getting into really depressive moments, depressive times. I just had a really dear friend of over 30 years that decided to end his journey, and it's because he wasn't capable of dealing with all this craziness and the depression that brought upon him, and that was his outlet. His death had nothing to do with the coronavirus. He just decided to do that, and you know, it's really sad. And I think the more things we find to do and try to recreate ourselves or find ways to try distracted, the less likely we'll end up in a depression. And I think it's important that everybody keeps that in mind, because like I said before, we don't know how long this is going to take. So you guys, please try to stay positive and find outlets of keeping that message and keeping sane.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. That's why Dan and I just decided to do this cute little series, so we could all stay connected and, not just the music live streams, but just to talk and
Of course.
keep each other updated on how we're doing and stuff.
Well, I think it's a wonderful idea, Mel. Pass my love to Dan, and thank you so much for including me in this project. This had felt so good, like going out for a coffee with a girlfriend.
I agree.
Definitely, I was really looking forward to it. When you messaged me and approached me if I wanted to do it, I was like, damn, yeah, let's do it. So thank you so much. Thank you. And good luck to you guys. I hope this is something that you can continue doing and it really becomes to become something like really amazing. Who knows? This might be the next big gay talk show. So hey.
Well, thank you so much for your time tonight and your words of encouragement. You've always been an inspiration and so nice to me. I appreciate that a lot.
Thank you, my love. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I almost stopped.
He says, bye, guys. Take care.
Bye. Thank you all so much for tuning in to MMG-TV. And our special guest for our next show on Wednesday at 9 p.m., 6 Pacific, will be Mark Lieberson, which is the owner of Hydrate Nightclub in Chicago. He is also the creator of the famous Corn Kiki that we have the privilege to watch every Saturday night. He will be on the show with host Dan Slater. Thank you guys and be safe.
This is